everyone. Welcome back to Take Two Rundown. I am your girl, Cerise Fairfax, and I'm with my co-host,
Donnie D'Amici.
Oh, D. We live here on this beautiful island, the Dominican Republic. A lot of people come here to live a better life at less cost of living.
Yes.
And I mean, we can't blame them. Everyone likes to save some money and have their dollars stretch. But would you date a broke woman?
If you're broke and humble, yeah. A broke, cocky woman, problematic woman, no. Because men don't care about what women have. Simply don't.
What's broke and humble?
Just a woman. You date a woman who's a lady. A lady that's just, how do you say, traditional woman,
Okay.
Cook, clean, a nurturer, that's going to stand by you and support you. Yeah,
Okay.
don't mind.
Okay. So let's say you don't live together. She has her own place. You have your own place. You've been dating for a while. She, is a beautiful woman. You guys get along, very compatible, and she's humble, looks out for you and honors you like a king. And then after maybe, let's say about 5-6 months of dating, she loses her job and she literally has absolutely no money, bad credit, can't get a bank loan, can't get a job again. Are you going to pay her bills?
No, I think at that point she needs to call Mama, Daddy. No, I'm not paying nobody's bills.
Okay, so would you still date her?
Yeah, we can still date. You definitely have to come up with some sort of plan, but I most definitely won't pay your bills. That just simply won't happen.
Okay. Will you pay for all the dates and, maybe foot the bill for something every now and again for her?
Yes. Yeah, I would do that.
All right. Okay.
I might be open. I might be even open to allowing her to live with me,
Okay.
if she's single. But me paying for two households at this point in my life, it's not a wise business decision. I could help you out, help you get on your feet by giving you a couple of months here rent free while you find your job or something. But permanently pay somebody's bills, you're setting them up for further failure, and you're setting yourself up for foolery.
Right. So now what if she just can't find a job? She's like, let's say she's, just, there's no jobs. Let's say you live in a small town and, you're like, okay, she moves in with you. She has no children, single, no dependents. And you guys are, chilling. Are you buying all of the food and paying all the bills and just cool with it?
At that point, I mean, if you're in love with somebody, you're going to do what you have to do, probably. If that's your girl and she's making you feel good, she's making all the right moves, she's doing all the right things. And, it costs me nothing to have someone staying here. Would you prefer someone to come here and contribute financially? Absolutely. But at some point, they would have to, start contributing financially. But right off the bat, you lose your job, you're down and out on your luck. And you're my girl, I'm going to help you out.
That's really sweet. That's really sweet. I already raised my children, so I don't want any sanky panky. I don't want, what do they call it?
Thank you.
Sankey Panky here, but they call it a gigolo. Just a gigolo.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay any man's bills.
Right.
Now, I'll break it down like this. If a man, okay, again, we live in the Dominican Republic, and so we obviously, if we're not dating foreigners, we will date Dominicans. I am not dating now. I haven't dated for 5 years, but I did date Dominican men prior to not dating. And I found that it got to a point of heaviness because I do like to go out. I did like to go out and have a few drinks and eat. And, I found that when I was, feeding 2 people and buying drinks for 2 people and all the weight was on me, I did at first, for the first, in the first relationship for about a good 6 months, I was okay with it. But then when he started to request things, like he needed a brand new cell phone, he wanted brand new running like sneakers, his clothes, huh?
Sankey Panky.
His clothes were getting a little tattered. And I'm like, well, he starts looking online and showing me things that he wants me to buy for him, things that he likes, and he's requesting. And I'm like, no, because we do have to take into consideration that person can't wear the same clothes for 10 years straight.
No, I don't have to take. At that point, 10 years, you need to get a damn job after 6 months. You should have a job, especially if you're a man.
Right. But it was difficult for him here. So I took him to the secondhand store, and I said, you know what? Pick out 8 tops. They're 100 pesos each. That was $2 each back then. Right. I said, here, go pick out 8 t-shirts and get some jeans. And I spent $40 on him that day. Right. And he got himself some jeans and he got himself some tops, and he was happy with that. And that I felt was humble, and that touched my heart. And I was like, oh, you know what? I could truly be with this guy, because I took him to the secondhand store and he was excited with his new t-shirts. Now, mind you, the t-shirts here in the secondhand store are not like, run down. A lot of them are really nice brand name, and, they're left here by foreigners or they're donated from around the world. So it was a really good buy that he got. Another thing that started to annoy me was not only him asking for things, not only him, eating more than what I ate or whatever, but like little things of attitude coming up. Him having an attitude, him not appreciating or saying thank you or respecting certain things. We would go out and we would eat somewhere, and, when we left the table, he wouldn't say, thanks, babe. And I don't know, we're together, we're in a relationship. Should he have to say thank you to me?
Absolutely.
Or is it just a given?
Absolutely.
I know he's not working. He knows he's not working. We get up from the table. Is he supposed to say? So the fact that he didn't thank me ever for anything really annoyed me.
It's common courtesy. Every date I've ever gone on, every woman that I've ever treated for a lunch, breakfast, dinner, coffee, always said thank you. That's the minimum. At a minimum, they said thank you. You want me to take the tip,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
yeah. And, so now in your dating experience, okay, but wait, if he was, he had a motorcycle, and here we have motorcycle taxi. If he was going out and making like 500 pesos a day, which is kind of like $10 a day, I would have been cool with that. Right. $10 a day is nothing. And if he went out and made that money and just, he didn't even have to bring it home to me. Just put it in your own pocket, save it. And then when we want to go out somewhere, take out 100 pesos and pay for my coffee, or, just have a couple of bucks in your pocket. So even though $10 is not a lot of money, and people could still be considered broke because he doesn't have his own roof over his head, at least he's paying his own gas for his motorcycle. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I see a lot of people here get caught up in that trap. A lot of women, and they are my age. I'm 54, and they will get with them. They'll get themselves some 20-something-year-old man, and they are supporting him for everything, like everything. Yeah.
Classic Sankey Panky.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it.
And some of these men aren't even looking to get off the island.
Right.
Some of these men aren't even cheating on these women. Some of these men, they are loving this woman that they got. So they're not using her. But there's nothing inside of him that says he
Do
needs
better.
to go work and take care
Do
of
better.
her.
Exactly.
Right. Do better. Take care of her.
It's a
And some
free
of these
ride.
women, right. But some of these women don't want him to go. Some
I
of these
asked-
women,
I asked a Dominican woman, an older woman, probably in her 40s, pretty, and I asked her what at the pharmacy. She was a pharmacist working behind the counter. I say, why are there so many beautiful Dominican women that is single? And her exact words, because the men here are like the women. They want to be taken care of. They want their nails done. They want their eyebrows arched. They want the pampering. The women have kids. They have to feed them. They have to provide roofs. So they do it all by themselves.
yes, I do see a lot of single women my age here. And, but then I do see a lot of good Dominican families, and they work together, and they have, many of them, especially in the local area, have very little, but they make it stretch between the two of them.
And you can't tell them that they don't have it. They in their minds they're rich. They're doing very well. They're happy. They're thriving. They're making it.
Yep. They have food on the table. They're paying their electricity. They're paying the rent. Their children look good. They have their school supplies, and they're not trying to keep up with the Joneses. And it's okay that they don't have a Mercedes Benz or a BMW. It's okay that the whole family will go on a motorcycle, and they will use the motorcycle as their main form of transportation. At least they have a mode of transportation, food on their table, and they have a roof over their head. And that, I believe, is a humble lifestyle and a very traditional way of living. And I wouldn't mind being with a man that was willing to go out and work and, put some food on the table. But it's very difficult. And that's not even only Dominicans. I have some guys, like I dated an American here before, and I went out with him before, and he expected me to foot the bill. And I was like, what the heck? He was all broke too. There's a lot of foreigners that are broke here, and they are living on very little, and because they came with a pension or they came with a savings, and they don't even have enough money to get off the island when they need to leave because they're overdue. Their overstayed taxes are too much. They don't have enough in their bank account. So I've met Americans here as well, and Canadians, and they are broke. But at the end of the day, I mean, if someone can at least take care of themselves, buy their own food, buy their own gas, do for themselves without me having to do for them, even if they have very little, I'm cool with that. I'm good. I don't care if they can't buy me flowers. I don't care if they can't buy me diamonds. I don't care if they don't have a vehicle and we have to ride their motorcycle. I'm good with that. I just want to make sure that I am not their provider for anything except love and support, emotional support. Yeah. Have you ever taken any care of any women at all here?
No, goodness, no. No, because that's what they expect. A lot of these guys here, that's what they do. They take care of women and the ones that don't know better. They take care of these women, and you see the women when the guy go back to the States, she's with the next guy. I live here. So when you leave her, I'm watching her do her thing. You know, it's not my responsibility to say, hey, yo, man, look, this was happening. Because those
Right.
guys will turn on you. What you mean? That's my woman. My woman would never do that. Yes, your woman did that.
Yeah, and she's still doing it. And she'll do it again. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, guys, ladies and gentlemen, put it down below what you require. I mean, have you ever taken care of someone? And if so, you know, how did it make you feel? Was it a strain on you? Was it heavy on you? I don't think I'm cold for feeling like, you know, it was heavy on me. I know my limit. 6 months was my limit. And then I was like, I don't even want the guy. Look, I need to learn Spanish and live all alone.
That's about 4 months too long.
Yes, half a year. And then I was even paying for his brother at one time to eat at our place. So yeah. It was too much. So everyone, Donnie, tell everyone how to get a hold of us and what to do.
You can hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Spark up some conversations about this topic. Let us know what you think, feel, or believe. You could also find me on TikTok and Facebook under Donnie Jackson. I have an Airbnb here. I also, love showing people around the North Coast. I love it here in the North Coast. It's nothing like it.
All right, guys, on all social media platforms, you can find me, Cerise Fairfax. And if you're looking to come to the Dominican Republic, check out my YouTube channel and you will get a whole list of what I do here. I help people find apartments, relocation, and I also have something called Expat Files, which is like story time. All right, be good to yourself out there. We'll see you in the next video.
Sayonara.
Bye, guys.
Yo, it's take two rundown. The mic's on fire. Cerise and Donnie, y'all, the truth inspire. Pull up a chair, let's chop it, no denial. From love to the mess, we dissect it with style. Cerise in the booth, got the tea, let it steep. Donnie bring the heat like a lion, no sheep. Talking about the X's, the swipes, the ghosting. Values on the table, cards wide open. Age gap, yeah, let's dive in the chasm. She's 22, he 50, what's the passion? Cheating on the DL, the lies unravel. Love's a highway, we hitting all the gravel.
Take two, run down, we spill it, no shame. Cerise and Donnie, yeah, they break the game. From heartbreak to love, it's all the same. Take two, run down, better know the name.
Serial daters, they running the block, swiping right so fast you think it's TikTok. Gold digger scheming, pockets on raid. Simps out here got their hearts displayed. Cerise like, girl, know your worth, keep it prime. Donnie chimes, respects the currency every time. Online profiles, catfish in disguise. Love or illusion, look deep in the eyes. Why he ghost? Why she lied? Why my DMs dry? Why my tears multiply? These the questions, we serve them on a platter. True serve raw, we the mind state shatter.